Now, the education system really is fraudulent. I'm sorry to tell you guys, but the vast majority of your formative years has been completely wasted. So, past learning to read, write, some basic mathematics, everything beyond that is simply information that's pumped into your head. And when you get out of school, then if you're going through college, university, and what have you, all that you have been told in that time largely is absolutely useless. It's a little bit like me going into a house and a builder and an architect telling me that's a door, that's a window, that's a floor, that's a beam. Go make a house. Complete nonsense. I would have no idea. All you've taught me is information and labels. You haven't taught me how to do anything. And that's one of the reasons that so many people feel completely lost in here. They're unable to manifest or do what they want to do. They lack practical skills because our education system has simply just been pumping you full of information. But what's our education system really teaching you? It's teaching you how to absorb information. It's making you an information absorber, someone that can be programmed. It is then not teaching you to critique information, to think for yourself, to analyze information, to know when you're being lied to or not. It's simply teaching you to accept what you're being told. Get into a 9-to-5 routine, 9-to-3 routine, whatever it is, have the weekends off and accept what you are programmed to believe. That is the truth about our education system. Not to say that our teachers are not doing a wonderful job, because they're trying to help children, I know, and they're providing good role models for children too, but our education system is in desperate need of reform. Now, you might be cynical and say, like myself, that this is done by design. You may not be and may think, well, maybe it's just incompetence. Either way, the education system is no longer fit for purpose today. If I was to have children, which I don't, I would be homeschooling them. And I would say to anybody watching this that you can learn a lot more from listening to people who have achieved what you want to achieve, and to watching YouTube videos and taking your education into your own hands. And for families and parents to do that as well, not to trust their education to a system which really doesn't have their best benefits or the benefits of their well-being of their children at heart. That is my experience of the education system. I will call the universities out now on their endemic fraud. They are not fans of me, and I'm not fans of them. It's one of the reasons I'm doing Humanity University, is to take a great chunk away from the universities and say, you know what, you guys are fraudsters. You are pretending to educate individuals when you're simply perpetuating academia, selling fake, useless degrees, pieces of paper, and branding that person as worthy of a 2-1, a first, an A or a B, whatever, then putting them into employment when the employer goes, you know what, everything you've learned is completely useless. The piece of paper was just to get you in through the door. It shows you could learn how to write an essay and do an exam, but actually it's pretty much worthless. So I'm calling the universities out on their fraud. And I'm going to be calling out a lot more institutions as we go on through Humanity University. Universities have a job to empower people and to teach people real skills. Instead, universities, being businesses, teach what's most convenient to them. For example, they will get you into halls for a year, then they'll have you in doing a course for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, when you could learn all of that stuff in a matter of weeks. And quite often the stuff that you're learning is of no consequence and of no use whatsoever anyway. Doesn't mean you can't have a good time, but call it what it is. Call it a lone holiday camp where you can go out, drink, and have fun with your friends, but don't dress it up as education, because really it is a poor, sad excuse for education. And the more that you start to realize that as a person, the more you're going to put power back into your own hands and take it away from people and institutions that have absolutely no business taking your custom and taking your time.